Okay, greetings everyone and all. I have played the chimes here many times, so you should have them in your consciousness. It's not necessary for me to play the chimes. You should have them in your consciousness. This is your host, 10 o'clock scholar speaking, and the message today is consciousness. I want you to be conscious in every breath you take. Breathe in, breathe consciousness into being. That's the power you have. Your consciousness. We're not talking about anybody else. And you will see everything as a movie. Everything is a script. What am I talking about? Okay. You ever heard of Captain Kirk, right? Spaceship Enterprise. If you're a young man, a woman, go back and look at Captain Kirk. This character has to be revived. Because the Enterprise was to go a space no one else could go. So, that's a hint to the wise. I speak equally on bringing knowledge and consciousness to both political parties, the Democrats as well as the Republicans, which was our party, the People's Party. That's what republic means. However, we have lost the party. It was taken from us, rather, or we gave it up, however you want to look at it. They say in the congressional records that they took it away from us in 1865. And shortly thereafter, we was not allowed to vote. That's what the voting was all about. Not able to control the government, which was taken from us. So we don't have a party. We don't have what they say, a race, a horse in this race. They're both working together. No matter how much you hear the Republican Party talk about the Democrats, or the hatred the Democrats talk about the Republicans, they are both working together. You should be able to see that in your consciousness. They're united. And through deception, the people are unconscious. They're supporting their own how should you say, unawareness. You're supporting your own unconsciousness because you think it's about polarity. No, All polarity is about unity. All polarity is about unity. They had a song back in the day, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. They're the same. They're the same. Hate is less love. Love is less hate. It's a thin line. In other words, having hatred for something is the same as having love for it, just in a different degree. That's why you shouldn't hate anything. You shouldn't love anything. You should be as God, knowing everything. Love and hate is just a game they play. Yeah, people are deceived. Everyone is deceived most of the time. But you can't fool all of the people all the time. Because some of the people breathe consciousness into being. That's where you want to be at. You don't want to be in any part of the polar perspectives. You want to breathe consciousness into being. You want to know what's going on. No one's talking about the activities happening in solar space, the weather in solar space. Very few are talking about these solar emissions, these solar flares coming from the sun that creates hurricanes, earthquakes. The weather on Earth is created by the weather in space. As above, so below. As within, so without. We walk through the doorway of unity. You know, if you ask questions, you have more understanding of what's being said. If you just take what you understand and mix with what I'm saying, I'm not saying what you're thinking. You don't know what I'm saying until you ask questions to bring clarity to your mind. That's called study. That's called investigation. That's called breathe in consciousness into being. So, greetings, everyone. This has been another broadcast by Staying in the Light. Our host is 10 o'clock Scholar. My will is to bring clarity to those seeking clarity, peace, understanding, and love, those who have it within. In Egypt, all these pharaohs look like me. They don't look like you. We created all this. You flipped it all. You flipped it. Now you portraying the earth that you're the creator of this. You're so fascinated with this knowledge. You are there in great numbers photographing this monumental history. and yet you walk over God's people like dirt. You don't honor them the way they should be honored. They don't honor themselves the way they should be honored because they have not breath in their consciousness. See how they have disfigured some of the statues or try to replace them to look like them? It's amazing. They don't want to see us united. Everything has been to destroy the unity of us. We come together, it has nothing to do with what they want. When we come together, it has nothing to do with what they want. I get tired of people talking about what they want. They don't want you to know. Who give a rat's what they want? Who give a rat's what they want? A rat's behind. Let's say it like that. Who give a rat's behind what they want? You got to know who you are. You're not who they say you are. See, that's where y'all fall into the trap. You're letting you're letting God's enemy educate you and your children. You will always be confused if you allow that to take place. That's why we was much more intelligent back in the day. Look at the pictures. It shows in our eyes our intelligence. We knew who we were. We was the people of prosperity. Don't let them lie to you. They had nothing. They had to give them the land. They had to give them the land because otherwise they had nothing. Matter of fact, they gave them our land. Took us off our land, which is our connection to our Creator. Forced this religion on us. Forced their religion on us. Forced their religion on us. That's why you should automatically reject it. It served them more than it serves you. Yeah, it may serve you in a way, but that's because you don't know your own religion. You got to get back to your source. Get back to your source. And that don't mean you're going to be united with your people. Some of your people are going crazy. Correction. Most of your people have been made crazy. You got to find those that you vibrate with. Those that are willing to grow and learn with you. If somebody's not willing to grow and learn, if they know everything, get away from them. They can only bring you down because they don't want to take the energy to climb. You got to use energy to climb in this life. Nothing is easy given to you. You got to climb. You got to go within and say, I'm going to do this. Reject that lazy spirit that don't want to do anything, don't want to do the work. You got to reject it. I'm telling you, that's not you. That's the enemy within trying to bring you down from within. I'm looking for an enemy outside of you. You conquer that enemy within you, there is nothing outside to stop you. It can't. Hope it's been enough to get you started on this day. Until next time.